Well, good afternoon from Indianapolis, actually Claremont, Indiana, the home of Lucas Oil Raceway and the NHRA Nationals. I just bought this Honda yesterday. It's a Rebel 300. I got the gray. I really like that gray color. And I've seen a lot of reviews online about this. I watched a lot of the reviews, and I'm 59 years old. I've been riding motorcycles since I was probably 6, around the campground, little Honda Trail 50s, and me and my cousin riding around the campgrounds, and then that went on to motorcycle, after motorcycle, Yamahas, Kawasaki's, 3 or 4 Harley Davidsons. And like I say, I'm 59 now, and I hear a lot online about this motorcycle being a great bike for beginners, and I agree. It's good for that, but it's also good for us old dogs that are kind of winding down a little bit, that's had a lifetime of motorcycling, and our legs aren't as strong as they used to be, or like me, my garage sits on a hill, so in order to get the Harley out, I would have to push it backwards up the hill to get out of my garage, and because the garage is so packed, I can't turn around hardly, and that's my fault. But I wanted to get something that was lightweight, easy to handle, fun to ride, and look good. And this cruiser checked all the boxes for me. Right at 53, I think it was 53.99 is what the MSRP was, plus freight and delivery and taxes and all that. But this bike just had the look that I was looking for. I put my little Bluetooth on there. Got the bag off the Harley and keeping my information in there. It has the E-clutch on it, which I've never ridden a bike that didn't have a regular clutch on it. But it's something I need to get used to a little bit. I go back. I've only got 30 miles on it right now. I'm on the maiden ride, and I'm gonna head out west of Indianapolis. But so far, the 30 miles, whatever I have on it, it kind of goes back and forth for me with the E-clutch. You can ride it. I didn't know if you had to have the clutch in when you first started, or exactly how that would work. But all you gotta do is start it up. I usually start it in neutral. Start it up, kick it down into gear. You don't even have to use the E-clutch, and it just sits there, kind of like a scooter. And then you can take off from that point, and literally with the throttle at a level pace, not even having to let off on it to shift up through the gears without using the clutch. And the same, then coming down, I've got a habit over 50 years of, when you hit the clutch, you back off on the throttle, and I've been doing that, which I don't know if that's the proper technique or not, but that's how I've been doing it. And even at the stop signs sometimes, or stop lights, I've been hitting the clutch, so it's something I'm gonna have to get used to. I traded it, or actually I sold a Harley Night Train Softail about 2 weeks ago, and I bet it weighs double what this one does. So this is so much more comfortable for me. This is a 300 with single cylinder engine, and there's the E-clutch. This seat, I can't say enough about it so far. The miles that I've put in, the minimal miles I have, it's got just the right amount of sway on the back of the seat that it is super comfortable. And I'm always getting uncomfortable on rides if I go for very far. So I think this is going to do the trick. It also has mounts back here. My wife's very small. She's 5 foot, 100 pounds, and I've ordered the seat, and then they also can install foot pegs right there. So I'm going to get that. They already ordered. That's going to be in this coming Friday. And unlike, I love Harleys, but the price points. A back seat and 2-foot pegs, I think it was $159. Or if I was going to buy that for my Harley, it would probably been $559. So, that's a nice difference. This has ABS brakes. I just think it's got the bright, I think that's halogen headlights or LED lights, whatever. I think it's LED. They're super bright. It's got the digital dash. I'm 6 foot tall. Might be shrinking a hair, might be 5'11" and a half here at the pushing 60, but the mirrors have good clearance on my shoulders. For me, I'm not, real wide shoulders. I'm 6 foot, maybe 180 pounds, kind of standard size, I would say. But it also has the LED rear lights on it for the turn signals. Just a great bike so far, and the size, I feel good on it. The old Rebel 250s or whatever they were, I'd never had a Rebel before, but the old Rebels, they were, this tank seemed like that went down here, and it seemed like he was on a real small bike. I just recently bought a scooter, the Honda Metropolitan, in the fall of the year, and been riding around that, kind of playing around. I live in Indianapolis, so when the track was going to open, I was going to take it down there, but I decided to trade it in, and that would go 38 miles an hour. So far, I've had this up to about 55, and it's got 6 gears, by the way, which is nice. Yeah, just wanted to give my input on this beautiful motorcycle. Was excited last night when I went to bed to get up and ride it today. This is March the 27th, I think. 26th, I don't know. But 82 degrees here in Indianapolis, and it's going to be a perfect day for riding. When you start it up here, you just have to turn the key here, hit the switch there. See, it's all digital. I'm going to kick it up into neutral. It's got that A right there with the plus sign. That means that it's ready for the E clutch. And if you start using the regular clutch, that light goes out. It's got the ABS right there. But yeah, just gonna fire it up here. It's got the stock muffler on it. Not loud, not gonna wake up any neighbors. Just a great ride. Just wanted to throw my 2 cents into the mix for all the riders out there. Like I say, I'm an experienced rider with over 50 years. Had BMWs, every motorcycle you can imagine. And I'm loving this. It's great. I'm going to retire here in 2 years and hopefully ride this baby into the sunset. Thank you for watching.